as well as this. I'm live. So I'm live. Um, what's up, Steven? Oh, so y'all, my chair, my chair is wanting to turn like on me, but we gonna make it work. How y'all doing? Thanks to everybody that has joined the room. Um, I'm on YouTube live as well, so y'all gonna see me look up a lot. Um, those of you that are on Facebook, y'all gonna see me look up a lot at the at my other camera, because like I said, I'm on YouTube as well. Um, if you have a YouTube account, please, by all means necessary, go over to youtube.com/, so stylistic, and make sure that you subscribe. What's up to my YouTube family? How y'all doing? Let's see if I can do this like this. Oh my God. Hi, Brazil. So I'm gonna be talking like to um I'm gonna be talking to Facebook and YouTube. So y'all bear with me because this is the first time I done did this. Like and I'm having problems with my chair because my chair wanted to move, and y'all know I'm already short. So it's just moving all kind of ways. What's up, YouTube family? What's up, Facebook family? I'm not getting on here to preach, so this ain't this ain't that type of live. This is not that type of live. I'm actually going to, y'all hear some movement in the background. You'll hear my roommate. What's up, all the way from Louisiana? How you doing? Yep, they already been taken out. So what's up to everybody on Facebook? I just want to say thank y'all for joining the live. Y'all can stick around for a minute. A lot of this is gonna have to do with my YouTube channel, and just some stuff that's been happening, some good stuff and some stuff that's coming up, so that y'all can be aware of what's going on. I've been doing, I think I did like 3 photo shoots, so my stuff is up. So I was like, why my lights are up? Let me go ahead and do this. If y'all can hear me and everything's okay, just for those of you that are on YouTube, if y'all can hear me, let me know that you can hear me by saying I hear you. If y'all can hear me on Facebook, let me know that y'all can hear me by sending some hearts or just saying I can hear you. Okay. And I'll get started. You hear me? So y'all hear me good? Great. Okay, y'all hear me. So again, I just want to tell y'all thank y'all so much for joining Facebook fam. Those of you that joined YouTube, thank y'all so much. On my YouTube, I don't know if I have any moderators in there, but if you are in there, let me know you're here. So I'm gonna ask that if you could moderate the room for me. I don't think that I can make people moderators on here on Facebook. I'm not sure. So I can't personally wave to everybody. But I don't think I can make y'all moderators, but y'all good people. I got some people in the room that's following me. But anyway, to those of you, because I've been going live on YouTube, those of you that are joining me Facebook, Happy New Year. I hope that you walked into the new year blessed. What's up, Pamela? Happy New Year, and we're getting ready to walk into a new month. Time is flying by so fast, but yeah. So thank you guys. So Jeffrey, there you are. Again, if Facebook is not your thing, you can go over, and I'm asking everybody that's on Facebook, because I'm noticing through my analytics of YouTube that a lot of people are watching the videos, but they're not actually subscribed to the channel. So if you get notifications and you're watching, thank you so much. If you get notifications, this is even for those of you that are watching live for YouTube. If you are watching the videos but you're not subscribed, it really does us as YouTubers a great deal when you subscribe to the channel. So I don't know what it takes for you to do. I don't know whether you have to sign up, whether you, I think sometimes you can sign in through your Google account, Facebook account, but that would really help for those of you that are following me on YouTube. that if you subscribe to the channel, you actually subscribe, because again, like I said, I've been looking at the analytics, and a lot of people are watching the videos, but they're not actually subscribed to the channel, you know. So please do that for me. So I'm just gonna get into like what's really been going on, and I'm gonna answer some questions which actually comes from my YouTube channel. So you're gonna hear some hair questions being answered, and I'm gonna do just a little bit of encouragement. Like I said, I'm not getting on here. This ain't no preaching moment. I'm not finna send y'all up in tongues or none of that. This not that kind of moment. But I do want to leave y'all with some encouragement before we get into all that. So for, again, everybody that's joined, thank y'all so much. For those of you that are on Facebook, if you're here, you're going to stay for a while, just shoot me some hearts, some thumbs up. And for those of you that are on YouTube, y'all already know what to do. Y'all, this ain't nothing new to you. Share this if you want to. Definitely share it. Yeah. So let's get into it. So before I start answering questions, and I'm gonna put this down because y'all, I don't have anything beside me. I just want to get into what's been going on with me lately, because a lot of y'all don't know, and so I just want to share with y'all what's been going on. So for many of you that follow me and follow what's been going on, y'all know that I have opened up. Y'all, I'm really trying. This chair is like turning, so I'm trying to get like comfortable. I thought I was just gonna be able to sit here. Hey, Lico, I got something. Hold on, y'all. Hold on for a minute. Don't go nowhere. Just got to switch this chair out because it's doing way too much. It's doing way too much too soon. Hold on, y'all. Oh. Just a brief intermission. I'm coming back, y'all. Coming back. I'm coming back. There you go. All right, I'm back. That was just way too much too soon. Whew. It was moving around. I thought the white chair was gonna look good on the black background. What's up to everybody that joined? So for those of you that have been following me, following my journey as it relates to trying to get it right so y'all can see. That's been following the journey of me opening up my salon last year in June, which was definitely a blessing. There were some things that I put out in the atmosphere that I said that I wanted to have happen in this year. And so last year, I had some really, really high moments. And when I say high moments, I mean as it relates to life. Like, I had some really good things happen last year. And then I had some really, really bad things that happened last year. Like, and you know, I was talking to some of my friends the other day, and a lot of times we like to say, you know, my good will outweigh my bad. But when the good things happen, we tend to focus more on the bad things that happen. And last year for me, one of the greatest things that happened to me is I became a business owner. I got my LLC. I opened up my salon in June, and I mean, like, everything that was in the salon, that's been in the salon, you guys, some of you all helped do. You donated, you know, and those were great things. But the bad things that I held on to was my anxiety, my depression, my suicidal thoughts. The days that I were having where I didn't want to go to work. I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to live life. I was literally dying trying to live. And so I was focused last year more on the bad things and not seeing the blessings that God had provided. And so I just encouragement for you guys. I told one of my friends, I was like, he said to me, you're being optimistic. And I said, I'm trying to be much more optimistic than what I was last year. Because I want to live in the moments that when great things happen, that when the bad things come, I have something to hold on to, if that makes sense to y'all. Because again, like I said, we focus so much on the bad things that when God blesses us and the good things and the great things are happening, we tend to just stay in the realm of, oh my God, this is what's bad, this is what happened, and we can't focus on how God has blessed us, or even trying to bring us out of that moment that we're having as it relates to things going bad around us or the storm that we're in. We can't see, thank you, God. We can't see, and I said this was not a preaching moment, but you've ever seen a storm outside and it's real dark, but somewhere there's a crack in the sky and you can see the sun shining. So there's a lot of times we are in a place where we can't focus on just that small crack that's in the cloud to know that eventually this storm is going to pass over and the sun's going to shine again. And that's where I was in that place. Like I was in that place, and that place just had me, it had me bound, it had me just broken, busted, disgusted. Like it was nothing. I had nothing left. I didn't have nothing to give. Many of you know that I was away from church. I had not been to a church service in 5 or 6 years. The last time that I was in a service was when my godfather passed away. And I've said this story many times. My godfather passed away, and that was the last time I sung. That was the last time I was actually in the church. And I was okay. I had become content, you know, with not going to church. I didn't want to be around people that talked about church. I didn't want to be around anyone that I didn't have time for that. Church had wore me out. Like I was completely worn. But last year I prayed and I asked God for something, because people like to think because you are not in the physical four walls of an edifice that you lose your relationship. So let me have a transparent moment with you. In that time that I was away from church, I had thoughts of trying other religions. I did, and I want to be transparent with y'all. But because and I thank God for my mama and my grandmother and my family, because of what was instilled in me, and because I knew and I had seen God's hand work before in my life, that moment didn't last. I'm noticing a lot of people are leaving the church, and they're going and they're dabbling in other religions and they're doing other things, or they come to a place where they don't believe in anything anymore. And I believe that happens when we're focused on the religion and we don't have the relationship. Come on, somebody. I'm just saying. I said I wasn't going to preach, y'all. I wasn't trying to preach. But this is just leading up to the encouragement. So we're focused on the religion and we don't have a relationship with God. And many people don't even know how to have a relationship with God. Like we don't know how to tap into that love of God, you know. And so the religion part of it, what it does for us is that it condemns us. It makes us feel that we're not qualified. We're not worthy. We can't, grace doesn't fall on our life. It condemns us to hell. It makes you feel like you're not a human being, like you fall down and you can't never get back up. Although they love to tell you, we fall down 7 times and you get back up, a righteous man get back up. You know the word. If you fall down, you can get back up again. But when we were in the church, or we were in the religion of church, when you failed, they just left you there. You stayed there. They walked over you. They talked about you while you were down. They looked at you. They criticized you in a way that didn't help you, pull you up. They did things, and this was the religion part. But I'm so thankful that I still held on to my relationship. My relationship with God was that I had saw His hand of grace on my life before, and I had saw Him move in ways that man couldn't move. I had saw Him do things and bring me out of certain situations. I saw when I tried to take my own life, and I ended up in Davidson County for 3 years. And some people say, well, why would you tell that? I want to tell it because it's my testimony. I saw how God showed me that was not where I needed to be. And so I had that relationship with him. I had built a relationship with God over the years. Now, it's just like a physical relationship. There's a lot of times that when you're in a relationship with somebody, or friendship with someone, because I am a friend of God and I thank him for that. But when you're in a friendship, you go for a while with not speaking with one another, but because of the bond that you had previously in your past, and when you come back together, it's like you never left. Thank you. So that's how it was with me and God. I always knew that when something happened great, I was like, I never lost that part where I was grateful to God for what happened. Even when I thought about, and I say thought about because I never did dabble, when I thought about another religion, it didn't last long. It was like, come up out of it. That's not where you need to be. That's not for you, and God showed me my calling. But I'm saying this all to say, although all of that was being shown to me, I still felt like I was unworthy. I still felt like I wasn't qualified. I still felt like, everything that I had walked into in my past didn't even matter anymore. And I went to open house. I was praying and I said, God, I'm going to get this church thing one more time. But this time around, it has to be different. It has to be a different move. And I've always, for many of you that know with me, with my group, we've always, even when we sung, we were radical. I felt like when we would be in certain places and venues and singing, that we didn't fit in. And so I've always known that I was one of the ones that didn't fit in. That's just how it was. I didn't fit in. And so I said, I need to be in a place where I fit in, where I can not be looked at when something goes wrong, or I do something and I mess up, but people are actually going to pray for me. People are actually going to be there with me. And there were people that were strategically placed in my life that I can say that while this happened, that were praying for me. And I don't know if she'll see this, but and if y'all can tag her in the live, but Lady Latricia Gardine, like, that lady prayed for me, and I know my family was praying for me, but she was one of the people that I came in contact with, and it was strategic for that time that she prayed for me. She didn't judge me. She loved me right where I was, and I thank God for her life, and I thank God for the connection and the relationship that we have as it relates to, her being just a spiritual mother to me. And so I prayed and I said, God, I'm going to try this thing one more time with church. I'm going to try it one more time. And I prayed and I said, there was a certain church that I was looking at online. And I said that if it comes here, I'm going to go try it out. And I had talked to one of my brothers, which we have grown really close over the last few months, Joel Hill. And I had talked to him and we talked about going to the open house. And so I ended up going to the open house that weekend. And even before I got there, it was moments in my mind where I was like, I don't want to do this. Like, and I'm learning that in this season, I'm not going to give the devil, credit, because, he's really stupid. The only thing that he can really hold over you is he learns from your mistakes. And so he just keeps doing the cycles. And I'm going to get to that. So I was like, in my mind, I just kept going, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. So I said to myself, if I drive up on the yard of this place, which it was in a building, I said, if I drive up and I don't feel right, I'm going to pull off and I'm going to leave. But when I got there, instantly I saw people greeting with love from the workers that were like working the parking lot. And I'm like, wow, like, I'm blown away. I ain't felt this good in a long time. So I get out the car, park my car, and I'm walking. And as I'm walking, I'm saying, if the walk ain't right, if I trip and fall, I'm going home. This is just how I was just like battling with going back to church. And I don't know who this is for, but this may be for somebody. But I was battling with it. And so as I was walking and I walked up to the steps, like the love that was shown to me just was like a love that I've never experienced before. And in a house. And when I say in a house, in a church, the building, And I was like, oh my God. Like, so I continued to walk. Like, I can't continue because I had a tugging at my heart, but as it was kind of like a tug of war, like when you're tugging and I felt God pulling me, but I was trying to pull away. And I was pulling back. And so I kept walking and I went in. And for some reason, and it's a picture that's been circulating around, for some reason or another, I ended up on the front row. And I was like, man, come on. Like, I ain't been to church in forever. Here I am on the front row. I don't even really, I'm sitting up there like, carnally, in my mind, I'm going, I don't even know how to worship no more in the house. Like, and when y'all hear me say in the house, I mean in the church house. Like, I hadn't sung. Like, I was just like, I'm on this front row. Like, they're going to be singing stuff I don't know because I ain't been listening to gospel music. All of these things are playing in my mind. And I get in there, service starts. It was just so much love before service started. And when service started, Chandler Moore got up and he started with praise and worship. And there was a freeing that happened. And y'all know I'm a big crybaby. I get choked up when I talk about what God does, what he does and how he does it. But there was a release that I felt. And I was like, wait, like I broke free. Like, and I heard God say, this is it. This is where I need you to be. Because I looked around the room and I saw people that looked just like me. I saw people that were broken. I saw people that were hurting. I saw people that, had given up all over. They had given up on life. They had given up on God. They had given up on, and it was so, I saw all of that. God showed me all of that. And I felt the release, and I just felt like I wept, I cried. The worship was so authentic, and I was like, this is where I need to be. So to make that long story short, I ended up partnering with All Nations Worship Assembly of Charlotte, North Carolina. And so that was just an experience that I had not had in a long time. Gathering with the saints. I hadn't had it in a long time because I hadn't been, in the presence of that. And so that Sunday morning, my friend, which she was Catholic, she said, I want you guys to go to church with me. She had started going to Elevation. And now, mind you, Elevation is literally, I can walk to the church. Like, and it will take me like 3 minutes to get there. If I'm speed walking, it's literally up the road. And I never thought about going. And so we went to church with her, and I saw what I saw the day before again. Like, we get up on the campus, and the people that are directing the people in just have this smile on their face, and they're excited about what they're doing. We get out of the car, we're walking in, and we're being greeted, and people are, they're either stopping and hugging you or they're welcoming you. And I'm like, God, like, where has this been? Like, where was this love? I didn't feel worthless. I didn't feel useless. I didn't feel, broken. I didn't feel unloved. I felt loved when I walked on both campuses. And I was like, wow, like what's going on? And so we get in. The praise and worship experience was absolutely amazing for both days. The pastors, Pastor LeBryant and Pastor Furtick, they preached, and when they preached, and this is how when I say I've seen God work, and when people say he works in mysterious ways, the messages aligned up in every way. Because sometimes you can go, well, my pastor didn't preach that, and you hear another thing, and you just but it was in alignment and for this time in my life, and I'm just like, God, what are you doing? So I've been back in church, been getting back in church. And I've always said, be mindful. I tell people, those people that are so deep, they so deep into them own selves and religion. They spooky. Ascension is your portion. Go ahead and ascend into heaven, because there's no room for you here on earth, because with what we have going on, we got to have relatable people. I need to be looking at somebody that's struggling or has struggled with what I'm struggling with, or is struggling with what I'm struggling with, and I need things to be applicable to my life as it relates to living right. And I don't need to see you dressed up and you just everything that come out of your mouth is just spooky and deep and all that kind of stuff. None of that, you know. So my mom always said, don't be so holy to where you're no earthly good, you know. And we have those people that walk around, and if that's what you're doing, then do it. But don't come with me. Don't come to me with that. I don't want that. You don't come to me with that. Like I said, ascension is your portion. Just go ahead and go on up. There's no need for you here. So I saw all of this happening over the course, and I kept going to church, and we were meeting online, and you know, everything was just coming back, and I when things started to happen, people were like, okay, so they knew I was going back to church. So people going, when are you going to start singing again? When are you going to start preaching again? And I'm just like, ho, y'all, wait a minute. And some of y'all are still saying that. I said, hold on. Because there's some things that God is working on me, you know, personally with. And I'm just like, wait a minute. Because, you know, a lot of times we start getting back into things, we jump right into stuff, you know. And for me, that's not what I needed to do. I needed to those broken pieces and those things that were missing. I needed them to be filled again, and I needed some things to be mended again. I had gotten to a place where I did not realize that I was hating people. I'm just gonna be honest. I was at a point in my life where I was hating people, but I was saying that I didn't. And it was so funny because my friends had started telling me, Chris, you so mean. They were like, every time I would say something, they're like, you just mean, you don't like nobody. And I'm like, no, I love everybody. Like, y'all know me. Every time y'all see me, I'm smiling like I am who I am. And I'm like, no. But there were people that I felt like tore things up, you know, in ministry, and I allowed them to come in. And so those people I held grudges against, I started hating them. Like, I had a hatred for them. And for me, I had gotten to a place in my life where I was like, on sight, when I see you, it's gonna be me and you. You might have forgotten what you did, but I didn't forget, because I was still holding on to it. And so at that point, I was like, it's on sight for you. Like, and you know, and people like, you know, I ain't been in a fight in forever, but for me, it was gonna be like, it's on sight. Like, what's up? Like, I'm probably gonna get you wherever I saw you, and that's where I was. And so we had training, intercessory. We went through intercessory prayer, and that was just broken up off of me, and I'm so thankful for that, because I felt so free, you know. And it's just been so many great things. So now my issue or my struggle I'm not going to even say it's a struggle, but what I'm working on is that I felt unqualified for a lot of things. I felt unqualified for a lot of things. And this is why I said all of this to get to where I'm going. I felt like God couldn't use me anymore. I felt like the qualifications of man, when I looked at what they wanted from me, is you're not gonna be able to use me. I'm not gonna fit in. This is not gonna work. And I didn't even know it, but I picked up this book. So I started reading this book, and it's called Unqualified, and it's by Stephen Furtick. And it said how God uses broken people to do big things. It's so funny because my pastor, Pastor LeBryant, preached a sermon, and one of the taglines was, God takes pleasure in using broken pieces. So this is what I'm saying, like, it's just like, so I started reading this book because I felt like, even as it relates to me in the industry of doing hair, Like I would see certain teams that I wanted to be a part of, and when I say teams, training other stylists or being a platform artist, I felt like I wasn't qualified for that. You know, there were certain things as it relates to me starting classes and stuff that I felt like I wasn't qualified to do that. I saw people that started in the industry right after me, and they were moving on and doing classes, and I just felt like I couldn't do that. I wasn't qualified to do that. And I used to always say, I said, every great man in the Bible that we've read about, that we've learned about, that we've talked about, they all had issues, they all had flaws, and they were not qualified at the time to do what God needed them to do. But because God worked with them and he used them, they became great people that we look back when we read our Bible and we go back to these stories with Jacob and David. We go back to these things, and they weren't qualified to become the kings and to be personal messengers. Moses didn't feel like he was qualified to give the message to the Pharaoh people. It's been a minute since I've been in my Bible. It's okay, but y'all know the stories I'm talking about. If you don't know, you can start reading it with me again. But these were people that felt like they were not qualified to do what needed to be done. And so my encouragement to you is that as long as you start to find your purpose and you align with what God has for you, and if you don't know your purpose, you may need to pray and ask God what it is. I feel like I'm finding my purpose again, which gives me life. It makes me want to live. It makes me want to do better. It makes me want to help somebody. It makes me know that I'm qualified. Once you find out who you are and who you belong to, you're qualified for anything because he will help you do. And when I say he, God will make a way when you can't even see the way. I was wondering like how people were passing me, and people always say don't look at other folk, but we're human. Let's just be real. That's what we do. That's what we do. We look at other people and we look at their lives and we go, I saw other hairstylists and I was like, now you just started after me. You to me, I'm looking at them like you weren't even qualified to be doing what you're doing. But how did you get here? Maybe they found their purpose. Maybe they knew that they were qualified for it and they did what they were supposed to do. But because of my lack, my doubt, my fear, and when I say my lack in my relationship with God, and my doubt and my fear of my own self getting in the way, I felt like I wasn't qualified to do it, so I never stepped out on it, and I never tried to do it. So I just want to encourage those of you that feel like you're not qualified to do things that you wanted to do. What God has gifted you with, what God has placed in you, what the talents, the gifts that God has given you, you're qualified to do it. You have to learn your purpose, be in God's will and not in the way. And when I say in the way, sometimes we're in the way of our own selves, so we can't see the will of God. Find your purpose. And you are qualified to teach that class. You are qualified for that job. You are qualified. We were talking about last night, I did some headshots for one of my clients. And we were talking about, them going in and negotiating the money. You're qualified to go in and sit down on that job and tell them what it is that you want to make. You're qualified to make that money. And when you start doing that sets you on another level of faith. And, we always say, all you have to do is have the faith the size of a mustard seed. But I do believe that there's different levels of faith, and I believe that when you go in with authority behind you, God's authority, not yours, not man's authority, but when you go in and you align yourself with your purpose and what God wants you to do, and you go in and you have God backing you up, you can go in and you can be qualified for those things that you never thought you were qualified for. It even down to the point with me getting back into school. I was trying to get back into school, and I didn't think they were gonna let me back into school. I really didn't. I didn't. And both times that I went to school, I didn't think so. And when I say this time around, I was trying to go back to Central Piedmont Community College because I want to work on getting my associate's degree in applied science for cosmetology, so that I would be able to teach in a community college, because I can teach at other schools. I just can't teach at a community college. And I thought I wasn't gonna be qualified to do that, but I stepped out on faith. And a lot of people have been in a realm right now where they're waiting on God to just miraculously, and he will, don't get me wrong, because he's miracle signs and wonders, but we got to get to a place where we have the faith to see it again, you know. But people are waiting, and the Bible says faith without works is dead. And so you have to put in the work. A lot of times we sit back and we don't want to put the work in and just automatically just think that God just gonna drop it in our laps. Now sometimes that happens, you know, for whatever reason, but then we don't know what to do with it because we didn't put the work in behind it in the first place, you know. So I did the work and I got accepted into Central Piedmont Community College, you know, to go for my associate's degree, in which I'm going to start back up, because at the time I didn't feel qualified enough to go back to school. Like I didn't. I did the work. God allowed it. I went in, you know. I got my credits or my hours from the previous college that I was at. I found out I didn't have long to, I didn't have long to go to get my associate's degree, but I didn't feel qualified to do it. So I just want to encourage those of you that just feel like you don't have the qualifications and that you feel like, you know, God is looking at you in this nasty, disgusted way. That's not how he sees us. And I thank God. I don't know whether she followed me or I followed her, but when we were in prayer training and they talked about the lens of God and the way that the lens that God looks through when he sees you. He doesn't see you. He sees his son. He sees the blood that was shed for your sins. And that just woke my spirit up. And Stephen Furtick, again, pastor said it on Sunday when we were in church. You know, he was like, God doesn't look at the same lens that man looks at when he looks at you. You know, people look at us and they only see, or they only take us for face value. You know, he doesn't speak well. He doesn't use big words. You know, I don't use big words. You know what I'm saying? I don't write dissertations, and you're not gonna see these status messages where I'm in a bunch of revelation. That's not who I am. My stuff is simple and just simply put. Like I said yesterday, I want God's presence in every area of my life. That's simple to me. Somebody needs that. You know, I don't want to put up these big old words, you know. But because there's purpose behind what I'm doing, God has qualified me to do it. And so I'm walking in a godly qualification. That's what I'm walking in. I'm walking in how God sees me and not how you see me. You know, sometimes we got to work on being delivered from people. You know, we have to really work on being delivered from people, because people are such a distraction. So stop worrying about what people think that you're not qualified to do, because it's not about them anyway. It's about what God has placed in you, the purpose that he has given you, you know, the power that he has bestowed upon your life. You know, it's about him. You know, we have to align ourselves with him again. You know, we got to get back to a place where it's just us and him. There's this here. It's me and you, God, you know, and not this, you know. Even as it relates to this whole YouTube and Facebook thing, you know, I'm not looking to become no Facebook evangelist or none of that. Whether I touch 3 or 4 people with what's going on in my life, that's the purpose that God has given me right now. And if that's what he has trusted me with for right now, Like I had one of my friends come in here and said, I'm so glad that I saw your YouTube video because I was dealing with depression and I was dealing with suicidal thoughts, and you've helped me just because of that, because I'm walking in my purpose, because I know what God has qualified me to do. Just that one thing right there, I give glory to God for that, and I don't take that lightly. But because God trusted me with that one purpose, that one little small purpose, and when he know he can trust you with something, oh, you don't have to worry about the rest. You don't have to worry about the rest. You know, because I mean, he already knows what it is that you're gonna be doing. We just need to find out. We need to find for him, you know, what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So yeah, so I just want to encourage y'all. You know, it was some things that happened at the beginning of the year. No, I'm not gonna lie. Some things that happened to me at the beginning of the year, even at the end of the year, I was in 2 car accidents. 2 car accidents, y'all. And it was just so much going on. And even at the beginning of the year, there was stuff that was happening. But because I'm tapping into my purpose, I'm tapping into who I am. I'm tapping into who I belong to. And when I say who I am, you know, I'm not just Christopher P. You know, I am a child of God. I have strength. I'm courageous. I'm brave. I'm strong. You know, you got to start speaking that stuff to yourself. You are that. You know, Mama, in this book talks about that. You know, how we have names, and when people ask us who we are, we say, I'm Christopher P. You know, but I'm a child of the King. Behind that goes, I'm Christopher P, but I'm a child of the King. I am a king rightfully, where this stuff God has given me, you know, this belongs to me, you know. So I want to walk in my rightful place, and I want to have the abundance that God speaks about us having. I want to walk in that abundance. And so I just want to encourage y'all. And again, like I said, this was not to get on here to preach, but it was battling with me in my spirit. Like all day I went to Nissan to get my car. I had a recall on it or whatever, and it was just in my spirit, and I kept trying to make, like, you know, the little story messages or whatever. I kept trying to make those, and I was like, that wasn't working for me. So I was like, let me go live tonight. Let me go live tonight and let me share my testimony. Even at the end of the year, like I said, with just tell you how God moved. Like when you start finding your purpose and walking in what God tells you to, my car was like done. I turned around. I had to Uber 2 days for work. And then next weekend, I was blessed. Monday, I was driving off the lot. And y'all saw me put that up. That was not to brag about anything, but to boast in God and show you that he can do it. Like, I literally had no car. I had no car. You know, I did not have a car. You know, but I went on it, and it was a peace that came over me. And it was like, you know, I don't have a car right now, but I was okay. I wasn't worried about it. I wasn't stressed about it. It was like, I'm going to be okay. And that second day that I was in the Uber, I came in contact with a man. I promise y'all, I don't know. I keep telling people, I don't know whether that man was Indian or whether he was Ethiopian. All I know is he had an accent, but he talked to me about God, and he talked to me about God in such a way that he was even confirming some things that I had already heard. And that just gave me a peace. And I said, you know what, God, I believe you're going to do it. But I put in the work. You know, me and my roommate, he helped me do what I needed to do. And we put in the work. And when I went on the lot, and I told God, Pastor Frederick was like, you know, stop going in with these false prayers. You know, we like to go in, and not so much as false prayers, but when we go to God, now I want to pray for, and I'm just call out some of these people's names. I want to pray for Missy, and I want to pray for Carolyn, I want to pray for Chrissy, and I want to pray for Clifton, and I just want them to be blessed. And you know, deep down in the back of your heart, you're praying because you want God to bless you. Tell God what you really want. Tell him what you really want, you know, and then you'll be able to pray from a sincere place in your heart for those people. You know, we go in praying with the mindset that if I pray for this, God is going to give me that. No, tell God what you really want, so that when you pray, it comes from a sincere place in your heart. And you've already told God. So I told God, I was like, hey, I don't want this kind of car. I want this kind of car. This is what I'm looking for. And that's what he did. I got a newer car, with more specs on it, and a lower payment. Come through, So just telling you that I walked in, not even in that, I walked in, not having the qualifications of what they saw on paper for me to get that car, but because God saw the need, and I'm starting to walk back in my purpose, and I'm starting to align my relationship with Him. I walked out of the place with my car. Even the man looked at me and he was like, "Well, so we're gonna have to do this down payment." And I was like, "Boom, here it is." It's here, y'all. Like, it's here, and it's just been so much that we're not doing church as normal, and I thank God for that there's a movement. It's not church as usual. We're finding our relationship with God. We're finding our rightful place in the kingdom. Our rightful place in the kingdom, and so I'm just thankful for it. I'm thankful for it. I'm praying for you all. I'm praying for my followers, and I'm praying for my friends. I'm praying for the people that I'm associated with. And another thing too, align yourself with right people. In this season, you need to, if it's people around you and all they can talk about or all they can see is the negative, it's okay, cut them off. Cut them off. I don't want to. I need people to be around me that's optimistic. Because I know I got some bad days coming. I know they're gonna come. That's the way of life. We got good and we got bad. So I know I got bad days coming, but I want to live in my good so much that when the bad days come, I'm still stuck on good. I'm still stuck on that. So that's what I wanted to encourage y'all with today. That's what I wanted to encourage y'all with. And YouTube, y'all the one for me. I had people come in on Facebook. They don't stay on Facebook too long. I think people just get on Facebook to see. Y'all know y'all be getting on here to be nosy. But yeah, so I'm here, and that's what's been going on. And I just felt that in my spirit, and I felt like somebody needed to hear it. And I don't know who it is, but just know that I am praying for you. I'm praying for you. And if you need to inbox me so that I can specifically pray for you, then do that, because I'm telling you, God is moving in a way that I haven't seen Him move in a while. And I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful for this movement. I'm thankful for my friends that I have connected with in the last couple of months. I'm thankful for them because I'm just thankful. I really am. And so I had to just give that part. Like I said, I wasn't getting on here to preach, but you got to move how the way God tells you to move, and that's what the vein that I was in. That's the vein that He had me in. And so, just know that you're qualified. Know that you're qualified, and know that there's purpose on the inside of you. And greater is He that's within me than he that's in the world. So there's greater on the inside of you. There's so much more, there's so much more for you to do. You want to give up on life. You want to throw in the towel. You want to call it quits. But God said, not now, not yet. I have so much more for you. I have so much more in store for you. You see yourself in a place and you go, God, this is not where I need to be. This is not even where I want to be. This is not even what I want to be doing. God said, tell me, He knows the desires of your heart. He knows that already. The funny thing is that God already knows what you want. He knows this. It's nothing new to Him. He knew it before you were born. Like, it's nothing new to Him. All you have to do is know your purpose, know who you are, know who you belong to, and just walk in it. Walk in it, do it. It's going to be hard. I'm not going to sit here in front and tell you that it's not. I'm not going to do that. I will not tell you that it is going to be always rose-colored glasses that you're going to be looking through. But don't look at yourself as a failure. Don't look at yourself as unqualified to do things. Don't look at yourself as, a lost child of God, because he's just waiting on you. God was just waiting on me. He was waiting on me to take that step. He was waiting on me. He never left me. We leave him. And so because we leave him, we think he left us. He was like, I was still here. Why do you think that this happened? Why do you think that you were blessed the way that you were with your salon? I literally didn't pay for anything the major stuff in my salon. All of that stuff was a blessing from God. God placed those people in my life, people that I did not even know, people that they were coming out of the woodworks. Like, one lady told me, one of my clients told me, y'all, she said, she has 2 sons. She said, I don't know what it is, but it's something about you that makes me want to do this. This lady sowed a seed into my salon. She went and bought things and put it in the salon. And I ain't talking about little stuff, like major stuff that I needed. When it was time for my grand opening and I wanted to have like certain decorations and stuff, and I didn't have the money. I had spent all my money putting my necessities in the salon. This lady was like, she said, send me the invoice. Tell your business manager to send the invoice over, paid for it, and went and picked it up and made sure that I was able to have the grand opening that I wanted. You just got to know who you are. You got to know that God already knows, and he's going to do exactly what he said he would do. He is not a man that he would lie. And he does not. He doesn't go back on his word. I talked about sowing into people's lives, whether you're sowing into them monetarily, whether you're sowing into them spiritually, whether you're sowing into them physically, whatever you're putting into them, and people walking away from you and you go, oh my God, I've done all of this. But know that God sees it. He sees it. And you will be rewarded for it, because that we get like that. We get to a place where we go, God, I invested so much time. And I was just like that. Recently, it just happened. I was like, I invested so much time and so much money into certain individuals, and then they walk away on me. But God has to remove certain things in order for you to know that you can do this. I've been busting out heads and getting clients left and right, and I'm thankful for it. And he's giving me the strength to do it. And it's getting done, So you just got to know, you got to know, align with your purpose and align what God has for you. And he's going to do it. He's going to do that and more. He's going to do that and more. Again, I'm reading this book by Steven Furtick. It is called Unqualified: How God Uses Broken People to Do Big Things. And so this is the book that I'm reading right now, and it's blessing my life in this moment that I'm in my life and with my relationship with God. So again, like I said, I'm praying for those of you. I don't know who this was for tonight. And again, I ain't finna be getting on here. I'm not no internet evangelist. That's not me. That's not me, okay? So I'm not, that's not what it's for. But when God tells you to do something, you have to do it. And so I had to get on here. Like I said, I was getting on here because I wanted to do a Q&A with my people on YouTube as it relates to hair. So those of you that are on Facebook, if you want to stay tuned for that, then you can, because I'm going to answer some questions. Because I was supposed to be doing a YouTube video, but I decided to go live because I've been noticing that my lives have been doing better than my YouTube video. So that's why I'm here. Oh, just to let y'all know what's going on. So I talked about classes. Myself and the lovely I Am Sheena Maria. Y'all can go follow her. You can go to I Am Sheena Marie. Yeah, IamSheenaMaria.com and follow her. She's also on YouTube as well. Sheena, oh God, what is it? Look for it on I think it's Sheena Maria TV. That's it, Sheena Maria TV. Go and follow her there. We are doing a class. Our class is coming up, so y'all look for the date. I don't want to throw it out there just yet because we're working on some stuff, but we will have our first class next month. This class is going to be catered to women. Um, and we're working on, it's called Make Me Up Mimosas. And we're working on, we want to motivate and work on the woman from the inside out. So look for that class. Remember, y'all said I said I feel like I was qualified. And I felt like I thought I was gonna have to get on somebody else's team to teach a class, and God was like, "You can do this by yourself. You know, you ain't gotta wait for nobody. You know, I'm gonna place somebody with you that has the same desire that you have. So boom, there you have it. Finding my purpose." And so we are planning for that first class in February. It will be the latter part of February. So if you would like to register for that class, we should have the link up for you guys to be able to register for that class. Right now, because it's going to be in a small setting, I'm going to be using my salon to do it. We're going to do 20 people. So again, that's going to be like first come, first serve. And after those 20 people and those seats are filled, we're going to have to close registration until we can get a bigger spot. And we believe that the bigger spot is going to come very, very soon. But that class will be coming up. It will be hair care techniques and you don't have to be my client to be a part of this class. I could never touch your hair, never come to me, but it will be hair care tips to things that you should and you should not do, how to take care of your hair from week to week or bi-weekly when you go to your stylist, so that you're not, doing the wrong things. And then Sheena is also going to be doing natural looks because she's a makeup artist. Because I've had a lot of women say, I would love to wear makeup, but I don't know what to do. So she's going to be doing that. We will be serving light brunch that day, and it will be a 4-hour class. So it's going to be a 4-hour class. And like I said, there's going to be more to come about that. I just want to go ahead and put that out so you guys can, if you want to and that's what you want to do. There will be a cost for the class. But I promise you it's going to be worth every penny. It's going to be worth every penny. And it's also open to stylists as well, because I've had a lot of clients come to me and say that previous stylists that they went to didn't tell them how to take care of their hair, didn't tell them what to do to their hair when they got up out of the chair. And I'm big on that. I don't want my clients going home and putting a flat iron in their head and trying to recreate what I did in the salon that day, because then they start frying their hair, they come back with breakage and they're not understanding why. So we're gonna do that. There will be segments for this class. I think we are working on a series to start off with it. But again, promoting Sheena Maria today. So shout out to Sheena. Just wanted to show you guys, she has her shirts. This shirt says Paint the Day Beautiful. You can go to her website. You can also find her on Instagram at I am Sheena Maria. And you can inquire about her t-shirts as well. But it says Paint the Day Beautiful. And I just love this shirt. This is my shirt. I love this. And I wear it proudly. I'm a man that wear pink. I don't mind. But yeah, I think she's selling them for $25, I think. But don't quote me on that. But yeah, reach out to her. You can go to her website again. And also order your shirt. And then I have my shirt on, my So Stylistic shirt, and it says hashtag on the back, So Stylistic. And these shirts are $25 as well. So if you would like a shirt, you can inbox me. For those of you that are on YouTube, you can inbox me on Instagram. My Cash App is # So Stylistic Hair, which is one word. You can Cash App me and put in the note that you want a t-shirt, the size and the color. My shirts come in black, gray, and white. Also, if you want to donate to the class, if you want to be you want to donate or sponsor, if you live far away and you can't make it but you want to be a blessing to somebody else, you can reach out to myself or Sheena. If you want to sponsor the class, I think we're going to be working on sponsorship letters because we really want this to take off. If you want to do a sponsorship letter, I mean, not a sponsorship letter, but if you want to be a sponsor, let us know. Yeah, let us know. You know, hey, we just let us know. And like I said, if you want to sponsor somebody to be able to come and say, hey, I want to pay for somebody's registration. I'm not going to be able to be there, but I want to be a blessing to somebody else. By all means, do so. I want to say thank you again. I don't even think I'm going to do the Q&A. Like, I'm not in that vein right now, maybe later. But I want to say thank you all again so much for the love and support. Thank you for your prayers, your positive vibes that you're sending this way. Know that it is not going, you know, unspoken of, and it's not going in vain. Those of you that are actually praying, and I say this all the time, people be like, I pray for you, I keep you in my prayers. People say that because it sounds good. And to me, it don't even sound good no more, because people say something like, I keep you in my prayers. No, I really want you to pray for me. And like I said, it ain't got to be no long, holy, sanctified prayer where you down on 2 knees or you down, you know, on the floor. But now if God puts you in that area, if that's what you walking in, then that's what you do. But if you just call my name out and say, God, do it for Chris, that's enough for me. You know, and people don't realize that God hears that, you know, so that's enough for me. But continue to keep me in your prayers, that I continue to do and continue to walk in my purpose. And I just love you guys so much. And again, I thank y'all so much for being a part of this moment in my life. This moment in my life. I really thank y'all for my YouTube family is just absolutely amazing. Facebook, y'all probably gonna get there one day. I don't know, you know. Y'all. And I think it's because people on Facebook are familiar with me, and that's okay. You know, that's okay. People become familiar with you, and they can just go, that's Chris talking, but that's all right. But again, like I said, if it only reaches 1 or 2 people, it's okay with me. But thank y'all so much. Again, thank you so much to my moderators on YouTube. Thank y'all. If you're following me on YouTube and you are not subscribed, please do me a favor and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. It's I was, like I said, at the beginning, I was looking at the analytics and I see people are watching the videos, but they are not they are not subscribed to the channel. If you are on Facebook and you're watching this video and you are not yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can go to www.youtube.com/SoStylistic and find my channel there. And please make sure you subscribe. If you want to know anytime I go live or upload a video, hit the ringer notification and it will let you know when I upload a video. Go watch my previous videos. I probably will be doing more of this, but it won't be on me on here preaching and, you know, none of that. Just encouragement for people, because I do believe that we're in a time where people are faced with a lot of stress, anxiety, and depression. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I've been transparent, and my YouTube family can tell you, I go to a doctor, okay? Y'all hear me out there when I say this. I go see my psychiatrist, okay? I am on medication for my anxiety and my stress. Yes, I am. And I'm proud to say that, because, you know, if something goes wrong with your heart, where you going? You're going to the doctor. Or you got to work on it, and the doctor going to tell you what to do, going to prescribe you some medicine. If your blood pressure up, he's going to tell you what to do. You're going to need to eat right. You're going to need to do this. You're going to probably need to take this for a while. You know, you may have to do some natural stuff. You know, maybe somebody, they can end up going just to talk to somebody, you know, that's not familiar with you. If you don't want to go see a psychiatrist and be put on medicine. But I went and did that, and that wasn't enough for me. I was going to see a psychotherapist, and they told me, you know, you need to go and talk to somebody and get put on something. And I can honestly say that since I've been taking my medicine, I am doing 100 times better than what I was. So I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not ashamed, and when I talked to God about it, he told me that's what you need to do. You know, because a lot of people in our community, as it relates to us as African Americans, we don't do it because we're ashamed of it. We don't do it because, and I'm not telling you that God will not deliver you from it. So don't get me wrong. Do not say that Chris say you can't get delivered. You can be delivered. Yes, you can. But there are different levels, and this is what I believe. There's different levels of deliverance. And so for me, I tried it. I was in church and I was hurting and I was going through depression and I was going through anxiety and I was experiencing those moments. And I was in church and I was hurting and I was trying to pray it off of me and I was trying to break it off of me. And I had to go and seek help. And when I say I got the okay from God, I'm all right. I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Take my medicine. Hey, yes, I do. Go see my psychiatrist and sit down and talk to him. He's not familiar with me, because sometimes we talk to y'all and y'all want to lead us in a different vein, and hey, ain't about their life. So I go and talk to him, and so if that's what you need to do not be ashamed about it, but go. Mental health is a real thing. Depression is real. It is real, y'all. Depression is real. Anxiety is real. And I struggle from both. And I can tell you that it is real. And it will take you up out of here if you let it. So go and get help. Go and get help. Go and get help. Continue to talk to your counselors at church. Continue to talk to your pastor if that's what you need to do. But if you feel like you need to go and get some help outside of the church, go do it. Go do it. And it wasn't until I was in that place where I wasn't outside of, I wasn't in the four walls, that I had to find out I had to go and get help. And I am okay. Hey, Catrice, I miss you so much more. When you come home the next time, I want to see you. I'm so glad I saw you come in here. We got to get together. But go do it. Go do it. Go get that help. And whatever you're dealing with, go do it. That's what I'm saying. Just do it. Like Nike say, just do it. Chris saying, just do it. Tagline it, okay? And take it from Nike. Just do it. But go get that help. And again, I just say thank y'all again. I can't say thank you enough for everything. So again, like I said, look out for the class. And yes, Catrice, I'm glad you're here. I need to talk to you. I need to know when you coming back home again, and we need to talk, because I would love to have you come in we need to talk. We gotta talk. So yeah, so look out for the class that's coming up with me, and I am Sheena Maria for our class for, again, like I said, it's for clients and also for stylists if y'all want to come. And we're working on the woman from the inside out. So thank y'all so much. I love you guys. Y'all be blessed. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week. Know that if God be for you, who can be against you? Put him first in everything that you do, and I promise you, you will succeed, because there is no failure in God. I love you guys. Y'all have a blessed one. Peace.